Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know, if I'll ever figure out where the road goes. Even if
On the highway to the Dead Sea, I used my app on my phone to track the elevation. From 700 meters above sea level, it gradually decreases. My driver handed me an empty bottle and told me to observe the change in shape as we descend further. Oh, the bottle, yeah.
You see the brush?
Yeah.
Keep it until we be in the
Okay.
sea also.
Then you will change more. I took this bottle from the car, noticed that it has been crushed due to the high pressure. Watch what happens when I open the lid. Okay. Partially regains part of its shape. We stop at this scenic spot and walk down to the bed of salt rocks. Israel and Jordan share the Dead Sea. The Jordan River feeds the Dead Sea, but being the lowest point on Earth, it is unable to channel its water elsewhere. Let's check the elevation. 430 meters below sea level. The salt and mineral content from the rocks are dissolved by rainwater and get washed into the lake. Evaporation removes the water while the salt remains in the lake. Over a long period of time, the Dead Sea reached a level of salt content almost 10 times that of normal seawater. No creatures are able to survive in this water, hence the name Dead Sea. It is technically a lake and not quite a sea. Ironically, the Dead Sea is dying. Israel and Jordan in the last several decades have diverted the freshwater sources that feed the Dead Sea for drinking water and irrigation purposes. With other contributing factors, some experts say that the Dead Sea may dry out by 2050, while others predict that it will just end up a fraction of its current size. I'm grateful to be able to appreciate it while it's still at its prime. In the name of science, I smuggled a hard-boiled egg and an orange from the breakfast buffet. Okay, I'm running some tap water to do a science experiment. Okay, let's try the orange. It goes in, see whether it will float. Yes, it floats with just a little bit jutting out. let's try the hard-boiled egg. Oops! The hard-boiled egg sank to the bottom. I fill up the cup with some Dead Sea mud just to weigh down. Okay, let's see how far or how deep into the water, this fresh water, that it will float. Okay. Right. I do not have a marker, so I shall improvise and use a plaster to do the marking. So it's about this level. So let me put the plaster above the water level. It's about here. Okay, it's about here. This is my cup, and bottom of the plaster is where the water level was for fresh water. So let's try to float it in the Dead Sea. Ooh, the water is warm. I have small little cuts on my feet. Wow, so now it stings like crazy. Okay, should be fine now. Let's float it. Oh, it's definitely much higher. Okay, let's put a marking on it. The bottom of the second plaster is where the water level is. The bottom of the first plaster is where the fresh water is. So it's about a difference of 1 cm, slightly more than 1 cm. An orange from the restaurant. Okay, let's do it. Can it float? Oops. Yes, it floats. What else do I have? Let's check my bag. I have hard-boiled egg. Can it float? Okay, nice. Of course, the ultimate test is me, myself. Floating is a piece of cake in the Dead Sea. I didn't forget to do the newspaper reading video too. Let's do the back mudding challenge. The challenge is to apply the mud from the Dead Sea on your back with just your bare hands and no one else help. So let's try. If you can beat my timing, you win a free trip to the Dead Sea. Right, is it all covered? I hope so. Well, I can't see for myself. Yes. A dip in the Dead Sea to wash off the mud. Slippers are the must if you do not wish to get cut by the sharp rocks on the ground. I read that people do drown in the Dead Sea. This happens when they try to swim face down and get choked with the salt water. Due to the high salt content, The water stings the eyes, and if inhaled or consumed, it causes harm to the body. Panic may then set in, and the person may eventually drown. Back in my room, I had my hard-boiled egg and orange for dessert. It looks wet. Maybe the dead sea water has seeped through the shell. And it tasted awful. At least the orange retains its sweetness. The evening sun looks like orange too. I took a stroll at the beach before it is closed for the night. Tourists bring back the free mud.
لا لا فاضي.
The mist hides the Israel border on the other side, and the sun does look like it's setting below the horizon. I stayed till the orange sun is seen no more.